All right, what's up, you guys? Here we go. The second week in our challenge, the first day of the second week. Another green day, not by much, but it's another green day, and we always take that. Today was an uneventful day, as it was expected. The FOMC minutes are later on the week, so as always, I tend to be moving very slowly, and it was no exception today. It was an okay volume. It wasn't anything heavy, but basically what happened as we can get it usually is chopping around in one price range and then an outburst, a quick jump, and basically couple candles. That's where we got the opportunities basically to make money. And unfortunately that's not always happen because the bursts are sudden and not necessarily on the spots where we are expecting it, and that especially happened today in the morning time. And I traded quite a few times, a little bit over traded today. I think I had about two, maybe three losing trades, but about 10 winners. But all of them was base hits and a quick exit. So we managed our trades very well. Another green day, we always take that. And let me just take you guys in and break the trades down. Alright, so let's start our recap here. As I mentioned earlier, it was a lot of trading going on today. Altogether, I traded 12 times. 9 of them was a winner, 3 of them was a loser. So it's still 75%, which is still very good. A little bit lower than my average last week, but I still take it. The losses was very small. The winners was very small because of the choppy market. The overall range today, if we go to the very low to the very top, basically it's 2 points. It's very low, and even between the movement extremely choppy. So we did what we could. Our first trade, we took our first trade, let me see real quick. We took our first trade, very nice trade, at exactly 10 o'clock, right on the bottom of this candle. I got an excellent fill. Let's put an excellent fill, but I hold it through. Again, this choppiness, it looks good, but it's still very choppy. And I sold it at 21. The runner, I sold it here, and the first one I sold it 21.16, 14, 15, 16 as we reached our level. So this was a very nice trade. It was over 30% excellent trade. Got an excellent field on the bottom, waited to reach our level to the double top. I sold most of it. I left one runner. It still went a little bit higher, but as it came down, I sold it break even, that one. Then we were continuing lower, started the chopping around, and I entered for my next trade 11.23. So I didn't even participate in this one. Here I missed one entry when I wanted to enter. I didn't got fill, I didn't chase it. It wasn't the right decision, but I did stuck to my plan, and it was no part of the FOMO, so it's completely fine. My last trade, not my last trade, my next trade, I took it at 11:23. 11:23. It was this candle. I entered a little bit too early. It was a little bit of drawdown. It is what it is. It didn't reach my stop loss. As it came back, I sold it for a very little profit. It's all good. Next one, it started to chop around, and this was really my problem. Even the price moved higher. All this move is very little. It looks big on the screen, but all this move from down here to our next level, it's about less than a point, a little bit more than a half a point. And on contract, didn't move anything because it was so painfully slow. And as the time went by, the contract price just didn't move. So on this one, I entered 41, the next one, 41, the next one, as we broke out from this candle. Again, choppiness, had a little drawdown. As it came back up, I was holding it, and basically I sold it as it broke out from here. As it get to our pivot level, few cents, that's all it is, few cents on the contract. Even the price moved, I cannot even say nicely, it moved 0.3, so it's less than a dollar, moved 30 cents. But again, the contract prices didn't move anything. And my next one, 11:59. Usually, yep, we had a little bit of level over here as I was seeing it. So I went for the breakout. Even again, it was just a little bit of room between our next target and the entry point. Entered this one actually because it was a quick move. It gave, I exited 2 minutes later, right before we hit our resistance line. It gave a little bit over 10%, 11%. So that was great. Our next one, which was an unfortunate, I exited too early. It is what it is, and this was my entry. As we came back down, we retested our level over here. I entered into the first green candle, actually the first what is broke out, the first 1 minute candle what made the new high, and it started to chop around. It didn't reach our pivot level up here. As it went above a cent, it got a flush down, and then basically as it started to move lower, I exited at break even, literally break even. And a couple minutes later, this is what happened. In basically broke out from our pivot level, pulled back, and then in the middle of nowhere it just started to run. Unfortunately, if I would have held it this from here, 100% move, literally 100% move. These few candles, 100% move. I wasn't participating in it. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't want to jump in it. We had a high of day. We had I have two of my level drawn over here. it is what it is. We missed one very, very big move because it was so unexpected completely. And again, I didn't give in to FOMO. I didn't chase it because our levels were there. The previous high of day was there. So I think I did good. Even when higher, we could have make money on it. But again, it's better not to chase it, because right here, you see, this was also a high of day at one point, right? We created the double top, and you see what happened. And mine as well could have happened exactly the same thing right here, right? So right now, this is our high of day. We're getting to the double top. Well, we just don't know what happened next, right? In this case, it got pushed higher, which is great, who was participating in it. But exactly the same way, we could have reached double top and just flushing us hard down as we did prior. So I missed this trade. It's okay. It's always gonna be new trade. And unfortunately, my losers came end of the day, and all of them was in this, again, the chop fest. We broke down and we were just chopping around. Price didn't move. We had just a little candle movement, but that is because it's end of the day, very close to the expiration time. Very little movement, just killed the contract. Again, I didn't want to participate any of the bigger flush downs. As it moved, break out, flush down, and even you get to the same level, already your contract worth less than you entered. So this is what happened today. Tomorrow I expecting the same, and probably Wednesday morning it will be the same thing. We'll see. We have to be careful. It's again, it's gonna be the FOMC minute coming out on Wednesday. Until that is always moving, not always, most of the time we can anticipate a tight range. That's what happened today. Most likely that's what's gonna happen tomorrow. So we just have to be careful. We have to learn, study, take our lines, and don't try to be a wannabe, right? Just be better every single day.